Somewhere below us, a sound is rising. It has no name and no known source. It came from a place no human has ever reached. The ocean covers most of our planet, yet we have mapped less of it than Mars. Down here, the rules of the surface dissolve. Light fails, pressure crushes, and time slows. And still, something is sending signals upward. Scientists had listened for decades without an answer. Tonight, we descend into a mystery the ocean refuses to explain. The journey begins at the surface, where light still rules. Waves shimmer above a world we think we understand. But beneath the first 100 meters, color begins to drain. Reds disappear first, then oranges, then yellows. By 200 meters, the world turns a deep blue. This is the edge of the twilight zone. Sunlight grows faint here, like dusk that never ends. Creatures glide through permanent half-light, watching us pass. We keep descending, and the blue darkens toward black. The pressure on the hull rises with every meter. At 1,000 meters, sunlight is gone completely. We have entered the midnight zone. The water here is near freezing, dense and still, yet life moves in every direction around us. Tiny lights flicker in the dark, like rearranged stars. This glow is called bioluminescence. It is how most deep creatures speak to one another. A pulse, a flash, a warning, a lure. And in this living darkness, the mystery truly begins. Something out there is waiting to be heard. The deep is not silent, despite its stillness. Microphones placed here pick up an endless, layered chorus. Whale calls bend across kilometers. Clicks, groans, and whistles drift in from every direction. Most of these sounds are identified, cataloged, and explained, but a few of them are not. In 1997, hydrophones recorded a strange, powerful sound. It came from the depths of the South Pacific. The signal was louder than any known animal. Scientists soon gave it a name, the Bloop. It rose, fell, and faded across thousands of kilometers. No ship, no quake, no creature matched it. For years, the Bloop remained unexplained and almost mythical. Theories ranged from giant unknown animals to alien geology. Most researchers now believe it was an ice quake, a massive iceberg cracking far away in Antarctica. But not every deep sound has such a tidy answer. Many recordings remain anonymous in our archives. The ocean hums with voices we cannot yet identify. Some scientists call this the underwater unknown. Sound travels much farther in water than in air. A single call can cross an entire ocean basin. So when something speaks down here, the whole sea listens, and sometimes the whole sea seems to answer. We continue descending, the sonar pinging softly into black. Each ping returns with shapes we cannot always name. Some echoes match nothing in any biological database. They are logged, studied, and quietly set aside. Researchers call these readings biological anomalies, a polite phrase for we have no idea yet. At 2,000 meters, the world becomes alien architecture. Towers of rock rise from the seafloor, leaking heat. These are hydrothermal vents, cracks in the planet's crust. Superheated water pours out, rich with minerals. Around them, entire ecosystems thrive without sunlight at all. Giant tube worms sway in chemical currents. Crabs the color of bone scuttle across volcanic stone. Shrimp swarm vents that would boil a human. Scientists once believed life could not exist without the sun. These vents quietly proved that idea wrong. Now researchers wonder what else the deep ocean hides. Forms of life shaped by rules we have not written. Vent ecosystems may resemble life on distant moons. Astrobiologists study them to imagine alien biospheres. If life flourishes without sunlight here, it might elsewhere. The deep ocean is a window into possibilities. And then there are encounters no one can fully explain. Brief, blurry, and almost impossible to repeat. In 1976, a Navy ship caught something in its net, a 4-meter shark with a wide, gaping mouth. It looked unlike anything in any textbook at the time. They called it the mega-mouthed shark. Before that day, science did not know it existed. A creature that large hidden in plain ocean. Since then, fewer than 300 sightings have occurred. We still know almost nothing about its life. If such a shark stayed hidden until 1976, what else waits? The deep does not give up secrets quickly. Cameras lowered from submarines often catch fleeting shapes, a tentacle, a fin, a glow drifting past the lens. Some are identified later, sometimes years after the footage. Others remain question marks in research papers. The deeper we go, the more the unknown multiplies, and the mystery we came for grows closer. 3,000 meters down, the seafloor begins to flatten. We are entering the vast abyssal plain. This is the largest habitat on Earth by far, a cold, dark desert covered in fine, ancient sediment. Yet even here, soft trails wind across the mud. Something passed through recently in total darkness. Tracks like wheel marks, pits like footprints, patterns no current could carve on its own. In 2016, researchers filmed strange holes on the seafloor. Small, neat, paired openings in a straight line. They had been seen decades earlier and named. Scientists call them Lebensspuren, or life traces. But nothing was ever filmed making them. The creature responsible remains completely unknown. Each hole is a tiny, perfect mystery, a signature without a signer. The abyssal plain is dotted with such quiet riddles, mounds, trails, and patterns that have no clear author. Some may belong to creatures yet to be filmed. Others may record behaviors science has never observed. Could you survive a single dive into this darkness? Tell me below in the comments. Now imagine staying here for a lifetime, like the animals, building a world from glow, scent, and pressure. We push deeper where our submersible lights barely reach. The walls of the trench rise on either side. This is the hadal zone, beyond 6,000 meters. Named after Hades, the ancient lord of the underworld. Pressure here is over 1,000 times that above. A foam cup shrinks to the size of a thimble. And yet, fish swim past our window calmly. Pale, translucent, with delicate fins like silk. The snailfish lives deeper than almost any known vertebrate. It thrives where steel must be reinforced. How its body resists the crushing pressure remains studied. Special proteins seem to hold its cells together. But the full mechanism is still not completely understood. Life found a way we have not decoded. Nearby, transparent shrimp drift through near-freezing water. Their bodies appear empty, lit only by faint internal light. A siphonophore stretches past our window, longer than a bus. Its glowing chain pulses gently in the dark. The trench walls hold scars from ancient tectonic violence. Plates grinding, sinking, folding the planet's crust downward. Some sediment here is older than complex life itself. We are descending through deep time, not just depth. And then, our lights catch something on the wall, a faint regular pulse, glowing pale blue. It blinks slowly, almost like breathing. Scientists believe it may be bioluminescent organisms. But the rhythm is unusually steady, almost mechanical. No clear explanation exists for the pattern. Such pulses have been recorded in several trenches worldwide. Researchers debate whether they communicate or simply react. The deep ocean keeps its small secrets carefully. Even a flicker can outpace our science. Beyond the trench, the seafloor opens into vast plains again, and here the mystery only deepens further. In 2018, sonar revealed enormous unexplained shapes below the Pacific, long ridges that did not match known geology. Some scientists suggested ancient landslides, others ancient ice paths. Neither theory fits every detail of the data. The features remain on charts labeled simply as anomalies. Maps of the deep are full of question marks. We have better images of the moon than of our seafloor. Most of it has never been seen directly. Imagine an entire continent down here, mapped only in fragments. That is roughly what lies beneath us. And through this dark country, currents move in slow rivers. Some take 1,000 years to complete one loop. Water touching the seafloor today last saw sun in another era. It carries memory, chemistry, and silence. These currents shape the climate at the surface above. The deep is not separate from us. It is connected. Whatever happens down here eventually reaches our shores, and whatever we do above eventually sinks below. Plastic now appears in the deepest trenches on Earth. Even the unreachable is no longer untouched. A plastic bag was filmed at nearly 11,000 meters, the deepest point we know already wears our fingerprint. It is a quiet, sobering reminder. The unknown is not as separate from us as it feels. Yet the deep keeps offering wonders that defy our models. New species are described almost every expedition. Glass sponges that may live for 10,000 years. Octopuses that brood eggs for over 4 years. Jellies shaped like crowns, parachutes, ribbons, and ghosts, each one a small miracle of evolution. A Dumbo octopus drifts by, flapping ear-like fins gently. It seems to study us before vanishing. A gulp reel opens a mouth larger than its body, then it folds away into the black again. And still the central mystery whispers around us. Why does the ocean produce sounds we cannot match? Why do unexplained shapes appear on sonar, then vanish? Why do tracks lead nowhere across the mud? The honest answer is simple and a little humbling. We still do not know. Marine science is young compared to the ocean itself. Our deepest dives are recent, brief, and rare. Only a handful of humans have reached the deepest trench. Fewer than have walked on the moon. Every dive returns with footage of things never seen. Some are identified, some are not. The deep ocean is not a finished story. It is a library we have barely opened. As our submersible begins its long ascent, lights fade upward. The pressure eases, slowly, hour by hour. The midnight zone closes behind us like a door. Soft glows blink once, then disappear into black. Somewhere down there, the unknown sound is still rising. Somewhere, tracks are still being left in the mud. Somewhere, a creature science has never named is breathing, and it does not know we are looking. We surface into morning light, blinking at the sun. The ocean looks calm, ordinary, almost familiar. But we know now this surface is only a lid. Beneath it, a hidden world keeps its own time. The mystery scientists still cannot explain is not one sound. It is the ocean itself, mostly unread. We have walked deserts, climbed mountains, and mapped the stars. Yet the deep remains our planet's largest secret. It holds answers we cannot yet hear, and questions we have not yet learned to ask. Every sound recorded, every shape on sonar, every track in mud, each one is a fragment of an unwritten book. Maybe one day we will descend further and finally listen. Maybe the ocean will answer in a language we recognize. Until then, the depths keep their patient watch. They've outlasted every empire we have ever built. If this descent moved you, share your thoughts below. What do you think is truly down there? Subscribe and turn on the bell for more journeys below the light. The next dive is already waiting. Because the deep is not empty, it is listening.